Q106.7 weather.
Here's your KQNK forecast. Slight chance of thunderstorms today, otherwise lots of sunshine. Highs level off around 98, southerly winds 8 to 15 miles per hour. Mainly clear skies again tonight. Slight chance for storms. Lows level off around 68. Slight chance of thunderstorms tomorrow. Highs level off around 98. Mainly cloudy skies expected. From the Weatherology Weather Center, I'm staff meteorologist Laura Lockwood. Right now, it's 67 degrees.
This Kansas Information Network update is brought to you by Eaton Roofing and Exteriors.
I'm Britton Rucker, and here are today's top headlines for 12 News. Kansas is regaining access to federal COVID relief money. That means Kansas once again has more than $22 million to fight learning loss with statewide programs. The Harvey County Clerk rejects a petition to prevent a battery energy storage system from coming to Halstead. Residents are worried about potential safety risk with the proposed location near schools and assisted living facilities. And a Southeast Kansas man is arrested for child sex crimes. The KBI and Labette County Sheriff's Office arrested David Stevens of Edna for 6 counts of sexual exploitation of a child. It comes after the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children received a cyber tip in March. And in Wichita, Britton Rucker, 12 News.
You're listening to the Kansas Information Network.
Ever lose your keys? Is that normal aging, dementia, or something else? Fear often stops us from asking for a simple checkup from the neck up. Knowing your numbers, blood pressure, blood sugar, and cholesterol are common. But your cognitive numbers are also important, especially if you're age 65 or older. Better to act sooner rather than later if you want to maintain or enhance your brain's health. Hello, I'm Kevin, President of the Dementia Society of America, a national nonprofit organization. I'm excited to offer you a free guide filled with tips for better brain health and important facts about dementia, care planning, and much more. Go to 1-800-DEMENTIA.org or call 1-800-DEMENTIA. Your brain will thank you.
Good morning, I'm Natalie Hadley with your KQNK News. Brought to you by Firebolt Ag, LLC, serving all of your chemical and fertilizer needs. A judge has dismissed all charges against Nathan Robinson, the man who had been accused of stabbing 4 people outside of the American Legion in Concordia in early 2024. Robinson had faced 4 counts of attempted murder and 1 count of aggravated battery stemming from the February 3rd incident. Prosecutors said he stabbed multiple people after a fight spilled outside the Legion building. However, new court documents reveal that a Cloud County judge has granted Robinson immunity under Kansas's self-defense law. The ruling followed a May hearing where Robinson's attorney argued that he acted in self-defense after being surrounded and attacked by a group of men. According to the court, video evidence contradicted key witness testimony from the prosecution and supported Robinson's claim that he was ambushed outside the Legion after a previous altercation inside. 12th Judicial District Judge Kim W. Cudney found that prosecutors did not present enough evidence to show Robinson's use of force was unjustified, and the court granted him self-defense immunity, and all charges were dismissed. Day 9 of the Kansas Wheat Harvest Report has been provided by the Kansas Wheat Commission, the Kansas Association of Wheat Growers, the Kansas Grain and Feed Association, and the Kansas Cooperative Council. Kansas wheat farmers have been facing a challenging wheat harvest due to persistent rains on mature wheat, and while test weights have suffered because of this, the 2025 crop has shown stronger yields than the past 3 drought-stricken years. John DeBeese, a wheat farmer in northern Barton County, is among those still navigating the final stretch of harvest, as rainfall over the past week has forced DeBeese to change dry fields across the county in hopes of finishing before another possible rain delay sets in, with his wheat crop already stressed by drought and a high incidence of wheat streak mosaic virus now facing quality declines due to the rain. He said they started with test weights at 60 pounds per bushel on their better fields. However, test weights have dropped since the wheat has been rained on. He said equally stressful has been a constant stream of equipment breakdowns that have kept one or both combines out of fields when Mother Nature has opened up a window for cutting. Despite the Outbacks, DeBeese expects to harvest more bushels this year than either of the past 2 years when extreme drought nearly wiped out his wheat entirely, saying morale is low, but at least they've got bushels to sell to cover the cost of getting this fall sorghum crop in the ground. To follow along with harvest updates on social media, you can use hashtag WheatHarvest25 and tag @KansasWheat to share your harvest stories and photos. The Kansas Highway Patrol has released its Independence Day Holiday Activity Report, and the reporting period for the holiday ran from 6 p.m. on Thursday, July 3rd to 11:59 p.m. on Sunday, July 6th. The Kansas Highway Patrol worked 2 non-DUI-related fatal crashes, which resulted in 2 non-DUI-related fatalities. Information on the fatal crashes can be found on the Kansas Highway Patrol crash log. Across Kansas, the Highway Patrol reported that there were 25 DUI arrests, up 11 from 2024, 662 speed citations, down 423 from 2024, 69 adult safety belt citations, down 73 from 2024, 7 safety belt citations for teens, with no change from 2024, 13 child restraint citations, down 15 from 2024, and 618 motorist assist calls, which is down 283 from 2024. In Nebraska news, a man was arrested on Thursday after an argument with his neighbor over fireworks. Just before 11 p.m. on Thursday, officers with the Lincoln Police Department were called to a home near 32nd and R Streets, and when officers arrived, a 60-year-old woman said her neighbor was threatening her with a rifle. According to the woman, she got in an argument with her neighbor, 34-year-old Matthew Johnson, over fireworks near her parked car, and the two exchanged some words, with the neighbor ending up leaving. Later that night, the Lincoln Police Department said the victim was sitting in the backyard when Johnson returned and threatened her with what she believed was a rifle. Officers tried to talk to Johnson. However, authorities said he refused to come outside, though after 3 hours, Johnson exited his home and surrendered to officers. Officers searched his home and found that the mentioned rifle was an airsoft replica. Johnson was lodged in the Lancaster County Jail on suspicion of terroristic threats and obstructing a police officer. Deputies responded to a domestic violence assault report on July 3rd in the area of North 169th Street and Curtis Avenue in unincorporated Douglas County. The reporting party alleged that Marcus Lahr, 39, had physically assaulted her 3 weeks prior. She stated she was hesitant to file a report at the time due to Lahr's knowledge of the criminal justice system and control over their child's finances. On July 7th, deputies interviewed numerous witnesses and others familiar with the situation who corroborated the reports. The Douglas County Sheriff's Office Special Operations Group served an arrest warrant on Marcus Lahr on charges of domestic violence, assault, and child abuse. Lahr is employed by the Bellevue Police Department. According to the Nebraska Department of Transportation, a chip seal project began Monday, July 7th on Nebraska Highway 10 or N10, and chip seal is an application of an asphalt binder to a roadway surface followed by an aggregate. State maintenance forces will be performing the chip seal from reference post 0 to reference post 33.5 from the Kansas line north to Minden, and the work is anticipated to take 20 days. The traffic will be maintained with the pilot car and flaggers, and motorists are reminded to drive cautiously in and near work zones, to buckle up, and to put their phones down. I'll be back with more in just a moment.
Firebolt Ag is a full-service fertilizer and chemical retailer. They customize products for individual farmers' needs, with the primary focus being customer profitability. Let Josh and Jack help you get the most out of your farm ground. They also provide in-house marketing with Ron Wall of Flatwater Solutions. Visit Ron in Phillipsburg or call Josh at 785-854-8484 or Jack at 308-840-2819. Firebolt Ag, your leader in agriculture.
A new Kansas study shows registered apprenticeships are giving Kansans access to high-wage careers without the need for a college degree. And the study, released by the Kansas Department of Commerce, highlights the potential benefits of registered apprenticeship programs for both employers and job seekers. Lieutenant Governor and Secretary of Commerce David Tolan announced the findings on Tuesday, calling them a strong case for expanding earn and learn job training programs across the state. In a statement, he said these results make the case that businesses who adopt apprenticeship programs simply perform better by attracting and retaining more skilled workers. And as they continue to expand apprenticeship opportunities in Kansas, this research will help inform employers' workforce decisions and keep up with industry demands for trained talent. According to the report, participation in Kansas's registered apprenticeship programs has increased 228% since 2022, growing from 280 to 919 companies over 3 years, and the programs offer paid on-the-job training for careers in industries such as healthcare, IT, and skilled trades. The study found that after 5 years, employers reported a median return of $2.49 in direct benefits for every $1 invested. And in addition to financial gains, some employers cited improved employee satisfaction and stronger workforce pipelines. Shonda Anderson, the director of apprenticeships and internships, said in a statement that the study alone confirms the feedback they've heard from their industry partners that registered apprenticeships pay off. Apprenticeships and officials report that the findings will be used to support workforce planning and expand access to training opportunities statewide. More information about apprenticeships is available at ksapprenticeships.org. Fake texts that appear to come from the Kansas Department of Transportation and demand payment for tolls and tickets are continuing to be sent to the public, and these texts sometimes threaten to have driver's licenses revoked or penalties for not paying promptly. You need to remember that the Kansas Department of Transportation does not collect money for tickets or tolls, and the agency does not send unsolicited texts. Do not click or open any links within these scam texts, and never provide personal or financial details by clicking on unknown links, as clicking on these links could expose your information to scammers. If you've received a scam message, report it to the Federal Trade Commission at reportfraud.ftc.gov and or the Internet Crime Complaint Center at ic3.gov. You should delete the text and report it as junk, and if you've already provided payment information at a fraudulent website, you need to contact your bank or credit card company immediately. To stay informed about official Kansas Department of Transportation information, you can visit their official website at ksdot.gov and their verified social media channels. Lieutenant Governor and Secretary of Commerce David Tolan announced the official launch of the Kansas Small Business Office. The division is dedicated to empowering small businesses across the state with these resources, connections, and support that they need to prosper, serving as a vital link between entrepreneurs and state government. The Kansas Small Business Office consolidates key commerce resources and creates a centralized point of contact in state government for entrepreneurs who are navigating business development, certifications, permitting, capital access, mentorship, and more. And one of the office's unique offerings will be Connect KS, a new online platform that will simplify access to business resources statewide. Powered by EcoMap, Connect KS is designed to help entrepreneurs, small business owners, and ecosystem builders connect with programs, funding opportunities, support organizations, and events. The platform provides a real-time searchable database of resources that are available across the Kansas entrepreneurial ecosystem, and the digital hub is tailored to meet the needs of users at every stage of Kansas business development. Kansas Small Business Office Director Taylor Overton said the Kansas Small Business Office is making it easier than ever for Kansans to find the resources they need to start and grow a business. Whether launching a first venture or scaling a successful company, their office provides clarity, connectivity, and confidence to Kansas businesses. For more information about the Kansas Small Business Office, you can visit kansascommerce.gov. It's a busy time for Kansas farmers with wheat harvest underway, so the Kansas Highway Patrol wants to remind motorists to use more caution and patience when traveling around farm trucks, tractors, combines, and other implements. Most farm equipment is not designed to travel at highway speeds and may only travel 15 to 25 miles per hour, and farm equipment is often wider than the lane of traffic, so extra room should be allowed when sharing the road. Caution should be practiced on all roads, but especially on busy rural roads with unmarked intersections. Some tips to keep in mind include to not assume the farmer knows you're there, pass with extreme caution. When a farm vehicle pulls to the right side of the road, it does not mean that it's necessarily turning right or allowing you to pass. Be patient. Think of the slow-moving vehicle emblem as a warning to adjust your speed. And always pay attention, because when you're not focused solely on the road, you increase your chances of a collision, especially if you should come upon a slow-moving farm vehicle. I'm Natalie Hadley. Your KQNK News was brought to you by Firebolt Ag, LLC, farmers helping farmers to succeed. You can contact Firebolt Ag today to get the most out of your farmland. Your KQNK weather forecast is being brought to you by Hinkle Termite and Pest Control, your Norton experts for all of your pest control needs. Your forecast for today, it should be mostly sunny with a slight chance of thunderstorms this afternoon and highs in the upper 90s with south winds up to 10 miles per hour, increasing to 10 to 15 miles per hour this afternoon. Our chance of precipitation is 20%. For tonight, it should be clear with a chance of thunderstorms in the evening and then a slight chance of thunderstorms after midnight with lows in the upper 60s and a southeast wind of 10 to 15 miles per hour. The chance of precipitation tonight is 40%. On Thursday, it should be mostly sunny in the morning, then partly cloudy with a slight chance of thunderstorms in the afternoon and hot with highs in the upper 90s. And on Thursday night, it should be mostly cloudy with a chance of thunderstorms in the evening, then partly cloudy with a slight chance of thunderstorms after midnight, and lows in the mid-60s. I'll be back with the rest of your forecast in just a moment.
When you've got bugs, we don't want a nuisance that can be.
Lock 'em out. From Hinkle Termite and Pest Control, Lock 'em Out is our very effective residential insect prevention program. We'll come to your place and treat your foundation plus all insect entryways. And while we're there, receive a free termite inspection. Call Mr. Rich Wenzel, our certified technician in Norton, at 785-202-0167. That's 202-0167.
Continuing with your weather forecast, on Friday it should be partly cloudy with a chance of thunderstorms in the afternoon and highs in the mid-80s. On Saturday, decreasing clouds with highs in the lower 80s. On Sunday, it should be mostly sunny with highs in the lower 90s. On Tuesday, it should be partly cloudy with a chance of thunderstorms in the afternoon and highs around 90. Currently, with fair skies, it is 72 degrees. The humidity is 69%. The wind speed is southwest at 6 miles per hour. The barometric pressure is 30.09, and the dew point is 61 degrees. Your weather was brought to you by Hinkle Termite and Pest Control right here in Norton. You can call Hinkle Termite and Pest Control at 785-202-0167 for all of your pest control needs. It is 8:20 and it's time for Kansas Sports. That's being brought to you by United Northwest Federal Credit Union, where everything they do for you.
Save more, earn more with the Easy Saver account at the United Northwest Federal Credit Union. Enrollment in this program automatically rounds up the amount of all debit card and share draft purchases made from your checking account to the next whole dollar and deposits into the Easy Saver savings account. Not only will this account help you save, but it also earns 2.01% APY monthly. Special terms and conditions apply. Come in today and open your Easy Saver account at the United Northwest Federal Credit Union, where everything we do for you. NCUA insured.
KIN Sports, I'm Spencer Dupuis. The Royals beat the Pirates last night 4-3 after a Nick Lofton RBI single to walk things off in the ninth. It was Nick Lofton's night as the second baseman had a 2-run shot earlier in the game. Jack Taglione also hit his first career home run at Kauffman Stadium. Bobby Witt Jr., Vinny Pasquantino, Miguel Garcia, Salvador Perez each added a hit in this one. The Royals were just 1 for 4 with runners in scoring position. Pitching-wise, Seth Lugo had a quality start, going 6 innings, giving up 4 hits, 2 runs, 1 walk, while striking out 5. Those 2 runs were each homers on El Zerpa. Had a clean 7th inning, striking out 2. Lucas Urse gave up 1 run on a hit with 2 walks in the 8th. Carlos Estevez got the win, giving up just a hit in the 9th. The Royals are now 45-48. They'll try to look to sweep the Pirates tonight at 6:40 p.m. with Chris Bubich taking the ball. Kansas Information Network Sports, I'm Spencer Dupuis.
Are you prepared for an emergency or disaster? Because it's not a matter of if, but when. Don't find yourself saying,
when the storm rolls in, my time to find a pet-friendly evacuation center will have run out. The scorching heat wave will leave me powerless to cool my insulin.
I'll face a hurricane without meds. Now that's a tough pill to swallow.
Let's prepare so we all have a better story to tell. Get started at ready.gov/older adults. Brought to you by FEMA and the Ad Council.
Battling rust or tar spot, drought threatening? You need a fungicide that'll hold the line, finish the job, and help protect your yield. The right one for the job? Tribapro fungicide, powered by 3 workhorse active ingredients, including solantanol technology. Tribapro works overtime to protect corn and wheat from rust, leaf spots, blights, and stress, maximizing your potential yield at harvest. The pros trust Tribapro to work harder, last longer, and help keep your yield stronger. Shouldn't you? Talk to your retailer to lock in your supply today.
It's true, many of us spend more time thinking about what's for dinner than preparing for retirement. But if you think your retirement needs deserve more attention, I agree, and I'd like to help. I'm Edward Jones Financial Advisor Philip Eisenhagen. Together we can give your long-term retirement strategy the attention it deserves. Stop by our office at 418 East Holm here in Norton or call 877-3373. Edward Jones, Making Sense of Investing, member SIPC.